Welcome to CoinBook. My name is Calvin Waite, and I'm a professional crypto trader. I really like getting feedback from you guys about the market, what you're trading, successes, failures, so I'm going to go ahead and start giving out a t-shirt every week now. What I'll do is I'll look at all comments from Thursday to Thursday, and then Friday select a random winner. Well. Good gravy. Look at Bitcoin this morning. Goodness sakes, this is unbelievable. We've got ourselves climbing up to almost $40,000 per Bitcoin. It is insane to think that only 22 days ago we were at 20,000 for the first time. So what does that tell you? Guys, the price is getting a little steep. It's getting very steep. This entire time, we've been watching for weakness, and we have not seen it. I'm gonna go right here. This is our new line. We are getting steeper. Here we are, slow rise line, fast rise line. The question is this the start of our parabolic line? We're getting fast. It is getting very, very, very fast. When we're gaining $3,000 a day, even that isn't like enormous. It's just the 8%, 7.5%, 6%, 9.57%. We're having some giant percent moves in the last week. So if you think about it, 7 days ago we were at below 30,000. We were at 29,000. A week later we're at almost 40. So anyway, it is getting steep. These moves, even though it may be warranted long term, like you can see the fundamentals and you can see the perfect storm. But when we start having, if we start seeing 20% days, couple of days over 10% in a row, I'm going to start getting nervous. That's just, it's just these bear to bull cycles, they change. They have this long flat period, and then they have this confidence period, and then you start to get in this hyper inflation period. We're going to talk a little bit more about it so that we can kind of prepare for it. Everyone thinks that by the end of 2021 we're going to be in 400,000 land, and that actually, it may happen, but before we get there, we need chart structure, and we absolutely have no chart structure. And how these things go from a good structure to a solid plan to a bubble is when there's no chance for a retracement and no support. We're gonna look a little deeper. We're gonna do a market education today. So the chart that is showing good structure is the total altcoin market. This is nice. I like to see this. We've got a nice solid bottom established. We had a good bounce so that we can kind of say, hey, we're working on a market change, a direction change. And now we've had some days of sideways and possibly a little bit of a dip. If we get a little bit of a dip and then we find more support, then we're on our way. So this looks great. This is exactly the type of formation that we want to see. This at least has a chance of changing the tide when it comes to an alt season. So this looks really nice. The others' dominance is definitely flattening out. We had this jump that was unexplained, and I think maybe they figured out whatever's going on. But this is consolidating nicely. It's giving us a chance for our 50 day moving average to come down a bit. So within, there are some coins that are really looking good. We talked about it yesterday, and the other ones, like, so today was a little bit of a down day, but that's perfect because as we start sloping up, we need to come down a little bit, kind of test to see if we've run out of momentum or not. So, like, for example, right here, where we come down and then we come up, we need to give ourselves a chance to say, okay, do we have legs here? Are we going to find support here and then continue on upward or not? So we have this down point, and then we got to be patient and wait and see. In this case, nope, we're still going down. Here we found some good support, but we never cleared the tops here. And then when we lost our footing and broke this low, you could tell that the market was not ready yet. So, but this is our chance. Like this, when we have these nice lows and then we create a higher support, this is our chance of, oh, is this it? And this is what we pay attention to. So here we are again. We found a nice low, and now we're just checking to see if we can find support. Because when we do have support, it's going to be fun. We're going to have a few months of upside, which it's kind of, when we have that in the alt season, it's sort of one of those times where you can throw a dart at a dartboard and any of the alts will make money. So we're watching this close. We're loving this consolidation. Well, it's totally fine to take risks as long as you have a plan and a backup plan. Okay, so I know that trading is super, super fun and super, super exciting when everybody's winning. And I just wanted to remind everybody that trading is serious too. You can't just, people get complacent, or they get to a point where the money becomes a game, or they start thinking, oh, it's going to go up forever. I'm going to sell my house and we're going to do things. People lose their minds when the money starts really moving. And I really wanted to take some time today to kind of re-center everybody, because we have insane numbers, and I've had texts and calls from all kinds of people today. Hey, congratulations. I can't believe Bitcoin's where it is. You know what I mean? And when the masses start noticing and realizing where we are, it makes me nervous. As a professional trader, it's all about emotion and risk management. So this is a Reddit article I saw last night. So apparently there was a guy that posted 20 days ago, and he says, I've been doing this for 10 years. I just figured out this wave to pay no mind to it. This is the first wave of uptrend that I have no emotion. I am in a sense emotionless to all this. To this all. I'm not excited nor disappointed. I am a little disappointed I didn't have more involved at the current moment of state, but hey, that's how Bitcoin works. But don't let it faze me. Here we go. We're going. So here's to Bitcoin going down, going up, going sideways, and me just gliding through it without any cares. See y'all back at 9,000. Rinse and repeat. Be careful holding this high. I'm not saying that it's going down, but I am saying it's really high. Just remember, pigs get slaughtered. So 20 days ago, this poster says this, and he says he's been doing it for 10 years. So here's a seasoned trader, supposedly. Now listen to the post from last night. He says, I shorted at 32,800. Please give me advice on what to do. I don't usually ask for advice, but I'm kind of having a nervous breakdown and could use some advice. I thought it was a sure bet seeing all-time high in Bitcoin, but now I'm not so sure. I've been seeing some ideas rolling around on TradingView for shorts, but more longs. Please help. Please don't troll me. I am sick currently, having a nervous breakdown. Please be nice. So the people giving him advice are right. He needs to close his position and stop trading, because this is not how you trade. He's way too deep. He's put too much money in. He's put money that he can't afford to lose, and he he thinks that he's smarter than the market. Even almost a guaranteed return always has a chance to wreck you. So you have to balance risk. So I wanted to talk about the stages of a bubble. This is in emojis. So this is how market emotions happen in market cycles. So first of all, there's optimism, then there's excitement, then there's a thrill, and then there's this euphoria. So the euphoria is something we are experiencing. It's gone from thrill to euphoria. People think that Bitcoin is invincible. But even if you're right and the prices are going to correct and whatever, if you do it the wrong way, you can wipe yourself out no matter how you do it. But this is what makes me nervous. I feel like we are in euphoria. People are so excited. They are patting each other on the back. They are so excited about the price of Bitcoin. Everyone's walking around like we're just walking on the stars. And this makes me nervous. I do not like that feeling as a trader. Well, this is where people get wrecked, complacency. And when people think they know more than the market, or when they start investing more than they can afford to lose, this is complacency. And then when the market starts turning, then you go from anxiety to denial. No, this can't possibly be happening. We're going to go up forever. And then it gets to the point where you start feeling fear. And then you've got panic. And then you're just angry. And then you're just in a depression. And then as things kind of go up, this is a little questionable. Hope and relief. This might be for a long-term holder, but most people have sold down here. So now they're just like, I don't care. But we'll go with hope, relief, and back to optimism. So Bitcoin has gone from 10,000 to 40,000 now in less than 3 months. And we are in an absolute euphoria state. How long can euphoria last? It can last. I mean, the fundamentals are there, and it is a perfect storm with the government printing money like crazy. But we need to start watching more carefully, because this makes me nervous. Okay, so now let's look at the stages of a bubble. And this is what I was trying to tell you a little bit earlier when we were talking about the Bitcoin price. Do you see how there's this stealth phase where big money's getting in? And then the steepness increases. And then there's this kind of pullback where institutions are able to buy a little bit more, and then you start getting up there. Here's your media attention, and all along here we've had a nice flat run. Here you have your slow rise line. Your slow rise line has gone right through here, where we've had we've had a bull trap, or a bear trap, but we've continued along our same trajectory. Now this part here is our fast rise line. This is where we are starting to, we've absolutely changed direction. So the angle of this here is now getting much steeper. So we've gone from our takeoff, our first sell-off, whatever, but media attention. There is a lot of media attention. People are starting to see what's going on. And the stealth phase and awareness phase are certainly, they're in the past. We're in this mania phase, no question. When we change to a fast rise line, the next level is this vertical. It's our parabolic line. And the parabolic line will destroy shorts. If you short Bitcoin, you're out of your mind, because this can double, triple. It can happen so fast, and then it can come back down so fast. And people that know what they're doing with a ton of money, they live to manipulate markets and wreck people. So we are definitely in enthusiasm. We're probably nearing greed. Greed and delusion are about what's about to happen. And I'm not saying that this is just going to completely fall apart, because the fundamentals are there. But I do know that we have gone up an insane amount with no rest. And the no rest is what makes me nervous. If we had plenty of ups and downs to kind of establish support and go on up, then sure, let's head on up. But at least we have reason and confidence, and we've had a chance for normal kind of emotions to kind of run their course. But where we've just gone up without a break, it makes me nervous. It really does. So once you get to this new paradigm that this is now the future, and this is the complacency. This new paradigm is like, this is just the way Bitcoin is. It just goes up forever. That's all that, what do you need to know more than that? Because that's exactly what it is. And then you have this denial phase where we drop, and then we come back up, and it's like, oh, this is our new normal. This is our oh good, we're getting back where we were. But really, this is the start of a drop. So now let's look at Bitcoin. Let's see. So we have definitely had our flattening out period. We've had our awareness, and you could say that this is sort of our slow rise line. If you were kind of to kind of connect the bottoms of this, you can kind of see that we were sort of moving up quite a bit. But now we started a new line, and this is my, I'll put my lines back in so we can see. But this, even as steep as this is, I've even considered this a slow rise line, but it's pretty steep. This is our change in direction. So this is what I'm seeing. We've kind of gone up here, and we've had our pullback. In this stage, I would call that our first sell-off and bear trap. So we've had our first sell-off and bear trap. So this was sort of our big chance for people to get in before we started running. And now we're running, and our angle has changed. This is definitely a different angle. Well, so what happens from here, right? Because markets can move very fast. There's no rule. When we get into a parabolic level, we could be gaining $10,000 in a day. Like, as steep as this is, we may not be there yet. We have no idea what the rest of this is going to look like, but we need to be thinking about it, because there are very obvious signs that we are not creating the structure that we need. And I think, I know people think it's going to be a year-long bull market, but it doesn't have to be. But I also know that if we do get very, very vertical and we have a really good crash, it's going to scare the crap out of people, and there's going to be a lot of stuff. We might even gain footing and keep this slow rise line. Like, that absolutely could happen. So let's say we ran up to like 100,000, and then we dropped back to like 50. People would lose their minds, but it would actually probably be the best thing that could happen, because we're getting so overextended. We need to show the market that, okay, we've shaken out some hands, and now we're still strong, and we can still continue up. But we've done our slow rise line, and now our angle has changed. We're like right here. This is what is happening right now. And now the angle is starting to change again. You see this? This feels like our next level. It's starting to change again. So we have our slow rise line, we have our faster rise line, slow and faster. And where this slow rise line crosses the fast rise line, That happened right here in the end of the year, December 29th. So we are now changing direction. So, like I say, you know, Bitcoin is a long-term hold. And for those that are just going to ride it, you know, that's totally awesome. And like I also said before, I've said many times in the past, if you do play a move like this, we're not gonna do more than 10 or 20% of our entire portfolio, because if you short it and put 100% of your portfolio at risk, you're going to be this guy that has 10 years of trading experience, but just did a stupid move and just liquidated himself. And that is exactly what we do not want to do. And that's the point of this channel, to warn and prepare each other for these emotional moves so that we can make a plan in advance. Because look at this, 39,823. Like we are hitting 40,000, ladies and gentlemen. Like we're up there. We've gone up $3,000 in one day. This is an 8% gain. Yesterday was 8%. Day before, 6%. We had only one day of a down, which could have been more significant, but it was only a negative 3%. And then back here, we're almost 10%. We are just doing gigantic gains. And so, I mean, this is on a log scale too. Like, let me take off log scale so you can see what's happening. Like, look at this. This is what's happening. This is without the log scale. Here's our slow rise. Here's our fast rise. We've absolutely changed direction. Our trend is completely different than it was back here. And now, look how vertical this is. I mean, it's vertical. If I keep log scale, it's even vertical on a log scale, which is yikes. You know what I mean? So we need to either prepare emotionally to handle a drop, even if we're just going to hold, or we need to be, you know, we need to start looking for ways that maybe if you're trading this, that you do it in a careful way. So anyway, I hope that helps you guys. I know this is a little longer, but on days like this, at the end of a serious, like, we've gone 2 months and we've tripled, quadrupled. Yeah, we needed to talk about some of the emotions involved in trading today. All right, guys, we'll catch you. Okay, it is time to separate the CoinBook trolls from the CoinBook fans. So, these are the magnificent t-shirts that we are giving away every Friday. These are individually packaged with love from your best friends, China. There's also this incredible option designed by yours truly. And we'll be giving away probably 1 or 2 of these every Friday to just a random comment on any of the videos over the past week. But, and I don't blame you, if you absolutely cannot live without one of these shirts, I am willing to part with them for $15 worth of your favorite crypto. Just reach out to me on social media and we'll get you guys hooked up.